From the industry through the community, right into your home. It's the Green Room, and we're on. What's going on, everybody? It's Lester from Cannabis Wiki. We are here with our cannabis social influencer and best-selling author with over 2 million Facebook followers, over 130,000 Instagram followers, the Drip Drip, our North American cannabis flower, your Jackie Childs.
Hey guys, welcome to the Green Room. The Drip Drip, so good. That's for someone who's so menopausal.
Hey, we got two things with that, right? Because you're always looking fresh, always looking fine, lady.
I got new lips.
Right? It's nice. So we're in the month of February, Black History Month. We got things popping, going on all over this month. But today we have Stephanie
from the Growing Summit.
From the Grow Summit,
which is in Kelowna, BC, March 31st and April 1st. Hey, welcome to the Green Room.
What's going on, lady?
Hi, thanks. How are you?
She's
We're doing
frighted.
Perfectly fine. So tell everybody, where are you right now?
I'm at my office at Keystone Labs in Edmonton. I usually work from home in beautiful Nelson, British Columbia, but I do go back and forth. So today I am sitting here in Jody McDonald, our president's office.
What's the Growing Summit? Just quick. What is it?
The Growing Summit is a conference that is fully focused on cultivation in the cannabis industry. And it is modeled off of the highly successful C45 Quality Summit.
Cool. So for novice pro, like who can come to the Growing Summit?
Absolutely. Anybody can come to the Growing Summit. We really want to attract cultivators from small and medium-sized facilities. There's going to be a lot of networking, a lot of different experts like integrated pest management, fertilizer companies, nutrient experts.
Like Remo, our friend Remo.
Yes, yes, exactly. Remo will be there. He'll be on a panel, and so will some of his team from Remo Nutrients. Absolutely, they're a great company in the space, and they are supporting this as sponsors and helping to plan this as well. And we also have some lab experts because you can't get your flower to market if you don't pass testing. So we're going to be talking about microbiology and bacteria in facilities.
Is that where Keystone Lab comes in? Are they the lab specialists?
Science is sexy.
Yeah.
Yes, we are one of the lab specialists.
How
Bridget
many?
Simons will also be joining us as well on that panel. And we have some quality experts, cannabis quality experts on the panel as well.
So what makes somebody a cannabis quality expert?
Yeah, who are these people? Are they scientists? Are they doctors? What are you? Are you growers?
You know, there's a lot of experts in the industry, and there's cannabis quality with Health Canada, and that's being able to pass your testing within compliance, of course. Some people refer to that as cannabis quality, but then there's also consumer-facing quality, which is a really, really important topic because a lot of the product that is in the regulated stores is not meeting consumer expectations of quality. So we really have to kick it up a notch, not just on the quality assurance side, but also on the cultivation side. We know that there's a lot of amazing growers out there, but they're really limited in what they can use to help them grow a successful product that will pass testing and therefore product release.
And that's because of the Canadian Health Canada.
Do you mean pesticides?
Standards.
Is that what you mean? Like pesticides and nutrients and stuff, they're limited within that? Is that what you mean?
There's actually 9 different tests that they have to pass, which include 96 pesticides. That's pretty heavy. And the limits on those pesticides is, I believe, parts per million, which is really tough. And then there's heavy metals, there's aflatoxin, there's different microbiologies. And then not so much about passing, but there's the potency that they have to report on. So they have to test for that as well, and loss on drying. and a visual examination of their products. So the toughest ones are definitely heavy metals, pesticide, and microbiology.
Now, is this more stringent than any other plant that's in industry?
Hey, that's a great question. And I'm not sure. I'm not a plant expert, but I know our friends at A&L Labs could probably answer that.
I know our friends at A&L Labs too.
Yeah, I know a few people.
They're always
the
at
CEO,
the Hemp Fest. So is Growing Summit, C45, and Hemp Fest, is that a family? Like, are they a...
Well, we were fortunate enough to be able to hire the Hemp Fest event management team for C45, and we know that was part of the big success. Everybody on the planning committee and Hemp Fest worked so well together.
Nice.
And so we were all able to pull off C45, and it was way bigger, way better than expected. And I know that was just part of all the good synergy. So when we were asked really by the public to recreate C45, but for cultivators, we got the band back together.
So was the C45, was that the very first?
The C45 Summit that just passed, was that number one, or has there been a bunch?
Actually, C45 started in April of 2019.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then the next one is going to be in May in Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
See, these are good things that need to be highlighted a little bit more, because when you're talking about quality for the end user, I'm liking it.
Well, they were Keystone Labs. When I judged the Hempfest Cannabis Cup, Keystone Labs were who we sent all the samples to first and weeded out the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
And that's where I met them a couple times. And it's really cool what they offer and what they do. And you're at is that home base for Keystone Labs where you are right now?
That's right.
And do you have one of those key boxes with you around, or no? Those things that you... Is there one there in our office?
I don't have one in my hand, but I can actually move. And at one point in the show, I can show you our cannabis lab and also pull out a key box.
Well, you can do it. You can move around. No?
Right.
Control. She can move, right? We like tours.
Okay.
We are on tour.
The green room is nosy as shit, Stephanie. So if you want to pass by, open a drawer or two, you happen to have a president doing something he shouldn't be doing, we would love to just have a minute of his time.
This is our new 3,000 square foot expansion right behind me. Ooh. And that is going to be the dedicated cannabis lab.
Oh, cool. Look at I am nosy.
And,
who's Pink Shoe back there? I saw pink running shoes. She can give us a wave.
I think that may be the booties. That may be the booties.
I saw somebody.
Oh, yeah. That's our Steep, and she's actually one of our equipment experts.
Okay.
She focuses on terpenes, actually, and we do testing for 39 terpenes here.
Oh,
wow.
Cool. That's huge. Look at this.
That one is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here is a key box.
Oh, that's really cool.
Boom.
Tell us what that is and show us what that is. I mean, I think they're amazing.
Explain that, please.
Absolutely. Actually, there might be one open, and let's take a look at that.
Oh, I'm so nosy. I can barely even focus right now.
Right? I wish we could be on site.
I'm looking at everything. We're going to be on site.
This place.
You know what? I don't have one that's open here, but I'll try to open one up. And actually, we are sending one to you guys.
Ah, excellent.
And Derek and I have talked about this. I don't know if you guys are, going to do a show with Jody where you're opening one up and showing everybody how we do it.
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit.
It's a home cannabis test kit.
Okay, home cannabis test kit.
I'm going to go back to a little bit quieter here.
Okay.
It's a home cannabis test kit. And basically what you're doing is preparing your sample yourself with everything inside.
Okay.
It's only as accurate as you are, so you really have to measure properly.
Okay.
It takes about a half an hour to do it, and then you send one of the vials back in this box. The postage is paid, and we do all the work here. We send you a report in about 2 weeks,
Not bad.
And it tells you your cannabinoid profile, potency, and your 39 terpene analysis.
That's really cool.
That
It's
is
really, really cool.
Awesome. That is awesome.
So, and that's for the home grower. That's for the public, those things.
Yeah, this is for your 4 plants grower. And where this all started was actually the ACMPR growers that were, of course, growing for patients. And they needed to know their potency levels, for their I guess their patient.
Right.
And also some of them wanted to know which cannabinoids because they were looking for optimal CBG, for example,
targeting.
or CBN. And so that's how this all came about, really,
and
to have an option for the home growers.
And so that's available to the public. And will they be at the Growing Summit? You can get them there as well?
Well, that's a great question. Actually, we do sell them on our website.
Okay.
You go to www.key-box.ca. And then, of course, we sell them at some of the shows for a really good price of $99. Regularly, they're $150. In Calgary, you can buy them at Incredigrow and Golden Acres. In Edmonton, it's the 2 Hydrolite stores. In Nelson, BC, it's at PNW. In Kelowna, it's at Aquagrow. And we do have a location in Halifax, which I forget what it is. But if hydroponic stores want to carry this, they can just give us a call. We will send them out.
They
wow,
should.
everybody should. Ontario's got to get on the bandwagon.
We're all growing our 4 plants. I mean, it'd be great to test. And like you're saying, and there's the terpene analysis. We want to know what our cannabis, what we're smoking. Is it getting
That's power in the box,
well,
right
I know with Gerald from CFAM's with us. I mean, that's super important. He wants to know the cannabinoids. He wants to know the levels of CBD and THC. He needs that because he's a patient. So that's incredible. That's really, really cool. And you said it takes 2 weeks. Put a sample in it, do your thing.
Sometimes it takes less than that, but we like to shoot for 2 weeks just because we're so busy around here.
Right.
So when you return it, do you send an analysis back or do you send the little bud back too? Or is the nug gone? You guys all smoke that.
We have to dispose of the leftovers, but there's usually not much left over. When you're sending your sample in, it's really quite a tiny amount of ground up cannabis, and you shake it up in a vial to make an extraction. So what's left over actually isn't smokable anyway.
Oh, okay. So
you're taking the properties off of the flower.
Yeah, and you by the time you're done your sample prep, it's bright green, and it is exactly an extraction.
Okay, so Jody's not sitting back there with grams of weed she got sent in from all over Canada.
She's just walking by right now.
Jody!
Hey, how are you guys?
We're doing great. How are you?
We're just learning nice to see you. We're just learning about the Key Box. And
so exciting.
And we look forward to seeing you at the Growing Summit. We'll look forward to seeing you there.
I will look forward to seeing you guys too.
See you, Jody. She's like, oh God. She's like, oh man.
Move to a quieter place?
Sure. If you want to go back to the office, that's fine.
Like wherever you were the first time was really good. There was no cutting out and it was nice and clear.
Yeah, back in the office is good.
I think the Key Box thing is really cool. Like,
the Key Box is huge.
We're all like, even the nug swaps are getting popular and we're going places.
I'm surprised you haven't disappeared because of the Key Box. Like I'm surprised the government's allowing you to give that kind of power to the individual.
Yeah, so they don't have to buy their whatever you're buying.
Well, it's interesting because, first of all, we're a Health Canada accredited lab, and ACMPR growers have a license. Right. And what's really most important about testing, it should really be analyzing safe cannabis, especially for patients because of the many immune compromised illnesses that cannabis is able to help with, not cure.
Right, definitely.
And
if it is medicine,
able to help with as.
Go ahead. Finish.
As I guess that's what I'm allowed to say.
We almost got it. We almost got the nugget.
Staying within compliance. That's what she's allowed to say.
Absolutely.
Right?
And 4 plants, of course, are totally legal. So.
How much did you say we have to send when you send the sample? It's not a gram, or is it less?
It is the smallest amount. I'll break open one of the boxes and open it, and you can see. Let's see. Do I have a knife here to open this with?
Just use your teeth.
Just go off camera. That's all.
Yeah, sorry, probably shouldn't do that, but it is like super strong plastic here because of it being tamper-proof and stuff.
Right.
So
everything is compliance.
Yeah,
everything is compliant. Absolutely. Yeah.
So while we're waiting for her to open the box, I talk to Jody all the time online. When there's drama or something, she'll slide into my Twitter DMs and be like, whoa! She's like, don't respond. Don't feed them. She's so good. She's like, is this schoolyard bullying going on? She's really good.
Totally.
I love it.
Oh, did she just walk in? Now we don't hear her anymore. Oh,
yeah.
Hello?
Here.
You're here.
Jody's coming to the rescue.
She's trying to get it open. Is there a special key?
Trying to get it open.
Is there a special key that the key box needs?
All right, here it is. Open, finally.
Look at this.
Cool.
Okay, so what we have here is the sample submission form.
Okay.
We've got instructions, and we've got the list of everything that's in the box.
Okay.
This is going to help you to pour your tiny sample into the vial. This is the sample-proof sticker that you're going to need once you close up the box and send it back. And we want to make sure that nobody has opened the box before it arrives to us.
So that goes on the seal of the box.
Postage paid.
Oh, postage page plus the seal to seal it so no one has tampered with your sample.
I like this.
This is cool.
So what we have here is we've got tube A. And this is what your cannabis is going to end up in. We've got another tube here. And so...
Is that in case you make a mistake, or can you send more than one sample?
It's just one sample at a time. And this is how small the amount is that you're going to be sending in.
Oh, is that just a little spoon? Like a little scoop?
Yeah, it's just a tiny spoon. Look at this.
Oh, I might like to eat with that. It makes me. Will that fill me up faster?
It's a small amount, so you're not losing, hardly any of your cannabis. You're going to be putting it in here basically, and shaking this 10 times.
Okay.
Over a period of about 20 or so minutes. So you shake it for 30 seconds and you let it sit. For 2 minutes, and then you shake it again. You can put your timer on. You can watch a half-hour sitcom or something like that.
Listen to the green room episode, and then go back to.
So
exactly.
So what would happen if like one of those vials there? I see it has liquid inside it. So what if the vial came in, there was no liquid inside it? What would the customer then do?
Yeah, and what is the liquid? I want to know.
Well, I guess if somebody were just to send cannabis in the empty vial here and not do anything to it, we being like super nice and stuff, we'd probably do the sample prep ourselves and then send you your report. And we might put a note saying, please follow the instructions next time.
What is the liquid? What's the liquid in there?
This is methanol.
What's methanol? Is that poison?
Good question. I'm not really a
scientist. Is that flammable? Is that poison? Can we drink it? What's methanol? I don't know.
No, you don't want to drink it, and it does help to extract the material.
Okay.
So what we're doing is it's in a soluble. Well, I'm not a scientist, so I'm not gonna say.
So
and I'm not really an anchor or a co-host. I just pretend to be.
You're perfectly fine. No, so I guess to get to the gist of what I was saying, so if that sample liquid wasn't in there, the customer, the end user, could still send a sample.
Yes, they could. And actually, if somebody just wanted to send a sample and have us do all of the work and know that it was being done with complete accuracy, because we are a GMP lab, we have to sign off on every little thing. And everybody here that is working with these samples is a qualified lab technician, a scientist, So, anybody can just send their samples to us. We work with the licensed producers, licensed processors, micros. We also are, of course, the roots of our business is that we work in the pharmaceutical industry. We were founded in 2005. And so we service the pharmaceutical industry, and being GMP, we're at the highest level of standards, the way we operate. So, and lots of really serious growers do just send the samples. They don't go through the kit, right? Because they want everything done right. They're preparing to possibly transition to the legal market. So they want everything absolutely above board.
So now, do you guys keep profiles of the strains that are being sent to you?
Not through the key box. But we have a record of everything that has passed through the lab. Absolutely.
Okay, that's awesome.
That's cool. How many things have passed through the lab? Is there a rough estimate? Do you know?
Billions.
How many?
How many samples have come through? Yeah, what's come through the lab? Hundreds of thousands or thousands or?
Definitely thousands. Definitely thousands. So we've been testing cannabis now for 5 years.
Okay.
We had one of the earliest analytical. Well, it used to be called an LD license, a licensed dealer. So we were a dealer for the first few years there.
Stephanie looks like my dealer.
Yeah. Until legalization, where the licensing changed and it became the analytical testing license. So yes, definitely thousands of samples have passed through our door, testing for potency. And as Health Canada has added testing, we have then purchased the equipment and validated the equipment to do all those additional tests, and that's always ongoing. There's always really changes to Health Canada's roster of what needs to be done.
There's always changes, Health Canada. Keep you on your toes.
Interesting. So tell us more about the Growth Summit.
The growing,
yes, thank you. Let's go back to the Growing Summit.
In Kelowna, BC.
In beautiful Kelowna, which is a real heartbelt of regulated cannabis in BC. BC's got a lot of pockets of a lot of areas where there's a lot of cannabis growing, but Kelowna has really seemed to be successful in transitioning. So there's quite a few big companies that are there now, like Flower, there's Botanicals, there's Lotus, G-Tech has their operations there as well. So lots going on in Kelowna. And of course, they also have a lot of transitioning growers. And it is a real horticulture belt through the Okanagan. As we all know, it's wine country, yeah. It's orchard country. So it's a really great place to grow regulated cannabis. They also have a really great airport, a very advanced business community. Their industrial parks are really large. They're near the airport, which is really important for transportation. Right. So that's why we decided to do it there. BC is so important to the cannabis economy, as you all know. Mm-hmm. It's not far from the Kootenays, which I call ground zero of cannabis in Canada. I mean, literally, there are towns that have been subsidized or supported by cannabis for 40 years now. We know with the downfall of forestry and mining that cannabis has been instrumental in the economies of these rural communities like Nelson. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, there's the Gulf Islands, there's the Sunshine Coast, there's the Fraser Valley. BC really is, cannabis is hugely important to the BC economy.
Every stoner I knew, as soon as they were done high school, off to BC they went. So I just put two and two together.
Yeah, there's been quite a few migrations from Ontario to BC.
I'm graduating, off to BC I go.
We heard a little bit about the Kootenays there from some gentleman from Green Planet, David down there.
Dave Robinson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he enlightened us a bit like that. That's where, like, as you say, ground zero, the importance of cannabis, right to the roots.
Absolutely. Dave is one of our spectacular leaders in the cannabis industry in the Kootenays. Mm-hmm. He's done so much for for growers, educating. He owns the PNW I guess it's like a garden center.
Right.
And so it's called PNW Supply, Pacific Northwest Garden Supply. And if you're a grower in the Kootenays, you know Dave and his team. So he's also written books. He's known as the Garden Sage.
Yes.
And I believe he's the chair of the BC Craft Cannabis Association as well. So really important leader in our community.
Yeah, we're going to be talking to him
What
sometime
important
here in the future.
leaders, like who of interest, or who's going to get me all excited to get me to go to the Growing Summit? Who do you got? Like, who are your speakers? Or yeah, if I'm going to pack up and haul ass to.
All right, this is where Lester sits back.
Kelowna.
Go ahead, Stephanie. Make her happy.
Who are your speakers?
Well,
or-
our keynote speaker is Dan Sutton from Tantalus, who's
Yep.
also been a really great leader in the space. And his company is known for really good consumer-facing cannabis quality.
right?
Absolutely. And then our MC for the 2 days is Travis Lane, who's been very outspoken, really intelligent grower who is also transitioning a few facilities to the regulated market. He's been a grower for a long time. He believes in really important growing practices and how to pass testing and the SOPs that are required. We've got Brittany Anderson from the Cannabis Conservancy. Brittany is also on the Nelson City Council.
Oh, cool.
So she's got a few really important roles in the cannabis industry. And so she will be speaking on a panel. Of course, Jody will be on a panel alongside Bridget Simon, Jen Caldwell, who is one of the first QAPs in 2013.
What's a
She was
QAP?
probably amongst
I was just
the
going to say
first-
that.
What's a QAP?
What's a QAP?
QAP is a quality assurance person, and that is an incredibly important role in getting testing approved, your product approved for testing. So
Okay.
it's kind of like the police to the grower. You can't do this, you can't do that.
Right.
We've got to be in compliance. It's the compliance officer in a lot of ways.
Oh, okay.
And so Jen was one of the first ones with Peace Naturals in 2013.
I'm familiar with Pete's
And
Jen.
then
Yeah, yeah.
she went on to do some consulting, and now she's the president of Local Cannabis.
Dang.
We have Rudy Scheibel, who I believe is the CEO of Habitat Life, which is one of the first, I believe they're an organic licensed facility. And they I believe they're also growing aquaponically, which is super interesting.
Really cool.
Tanner Stewart is also operating a facility that they've applied for a license in New Brunswick, and it is an aquaponics facility as well. Let's see. I'm
Lots of
trying
fun
to go.
stuff. You got me
we've got-
packing. I'm packing up, Jody. That's good. I'll come to Kelowna. Tell us
Okay.
about the hotel. Is that hotel sponsoring, or are you guys just trying to work out some deal? What's happening with that crazy cool hotel that I keep seeing everyone posting?
Yeah, they're not sponsoring. Maybe they should.
They
That's a
should.
great idea.
Wait, I shared 2 of their posts. They're not sponsoring.
Well, not yet. I haven't asked them.
What
but
are they
are
called?
giving us an unbelievably great rate on hotel rooms. And they are one of the first hotels that I feel has really participated in Canatourism because they've got a rooftop cannabis lounge.
What are they
It's
called?
up-
What are they called? What's
It's
their name?
called the Hotel Zed.
Hotel Zed.
Hotel
okay.
Zed.
So there's a rooftop cannabis lounge with an outdoor fireplace or heater up there.
Cool.
And they've got a ping pong lounge.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what
Not
fun is
bad.
that?
It
You know,
actually
they've got
looks really
disco
cute.
balls in their lobby.
yeah, like
Ah.
it looks really cool. Really, really cool.
It's a lot of fun. I've stayed there before, and just super nice staff. There's rotary phones in the hotel room. They give you a yo-yo and a comic when you
I thought she was going to say
when you
yo-yo and a
register.
condom, but no, a yo-yo and a comic. Sorry, Steph.
Oh man, see, and I was just gonna ask Zed to say, "Hey, listen, get a special room for Jackie," but now I don't know.
Is it Hotel Z or Hotel Z?
It's Z-E-D.
Ah.
And we know right now that a lot of the delegates are facing cutbacks at work, and it's become crunch time. It's kind of the age of austerity now with the cannabis industry.
Yep.
So we were really happy to be able to offer inexpensive accommodations, and they've been really wonderful to deal with. They've been super supportive of the cannabis industry and sharing with us that absolutely people can
Really
smoke,
fun.
join up on our rooftop patio, and it's on
Yeah,
the
that's-
lake. It's right on the lake.
Beautiful. And then play some ping pong. Get
Right.
high and then
Play some ping pong.
I like it. I like it.
I'm really good at ping pong.
So what else? What else do you want to plug about the summit that's coming up?
So really great speakers. The topics are going to be super important, like sustainable cannabis, growing in different mediums, and passing testing. There's of course lab testing. We're going to be talking about pesticides that are on the approved list and how to use them correctly so you don't get a fail. We are going to be hopefully seeing Health Canada. They have not confirmed yet, but we have asked them. So we would love them to join us and talk about the nutrients and the pesticides. We know that the cannabis aphid is a really big problem across the country. So
An
we also have
aphid?
a panel
Is that a bug?
the bug, yes.
Oh.
We have a panel on integrated pest management that will feature Andrea Ketty from Copert, who is honestly one of the Western experts in pest control and using biologicals. And so lots of really relevant current topics that are super important. The other thing that's really great about the Growing Summit is the networking. So with C45, that was such a successful part of that conference, is helping to build communities. Often people are working in licensed facilities and working in silos. They don't have a community to go to ask for help, or what did you do when you had this problem, and just general support. So networking is hugely important. And as Jackie, as you know about me, I'm all about community and support and
Kindness and fun.
what's that?
Kindness.
kindness, support each other. This is a really young industry, and if we don't get together and support each other, how are we going to make it on the global stage? And we don't know where we're all going to be working in 5 years from now.
Right.
And the person that you're networking with just might end up being your colleague or your boss in the future. So networking is
my
so
hope,
important on so many levels.
Stephanie, that's my hope, that everyone will be working for me. So they better be spreading some kindness now and some glitter all about, because I might be your quality, what'd you call it? The
quality assurance.
But the QAP, I might be their QAP someday.
Well, Jackie, I think you'd definitely be the company culture QA.
Yeah. That's fun.
Right? Put a little hip
And
in
I know
everybody.
that Travis, what was his name? Travis Lane?
Travis Lane.
So we follow each other, or at least I think I follow him and he's a writer too for Inside the Jar or something, that thing, isn't
Yes.
he? Yeah, and he's a legacy grower and stuff. He's got lots
Beardy
of
Greenlee.
right. That's right. He's got lots of, like, I read stuff, and you know how you always say shots fired. Woo!
Yeah. He's spicy?
Yeah, he's spicy.
All right.
Oh yeah, he's very spicy.
I love it.
An interesting character for sure.
So the summit definitely has some community impact, eh?
Absolutely. Lots of community impact. And there's going to be food served to everybody in the venue. So you don't need to leave the venue and go find your lunch, your breakfast. Everything is going to be served there. We have a dinner portion with wine pairing and also talking about cannabis and food. And so
Cool.
I'm still looking for somebody who can talk to us about cannabis and food pairing. So if there's anybody out there, they can reach out to me. And so, yeah, everything's happening in the venue. And that, again, gives people the opportunity to network and meet each other, sit down with a stranger and talk to them. There's lots of synergies in the room.
Cool. I like these events. They're fun.
I like Stephanie. She's cool.
Yeah, Stephanie. She's little. We can't really tell because she's on Skype. She's just a little aphid.
Yeah, packed full of knowledge, though. Packed full of knowledge.
We passed briefly at Lyft just for a second.
Oh, yeah?
Remember? We just had a quick hello and that was it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was great to meet you, Jackie.
It was. I mean, we talk all the time online, but yeah.
You
great.
talk to everybody.
I try. Spread it around a little.
I get in my experience with Jackie. I had to watch while we were at Lyft. We had 28 interviews scheduled, and we ended up doing 41.
Yeah.
But I got a taste of Jackie's popularity. I never knew somebody had to run to the bathroom just
It's a love-hate with me.
I asked her when she comes back, I'm like, why did you run? She's like, man, if I don't run, everybody's going to stop me and I'll never get to go.
Yeah, I gotta keep my eyes down and head going. I'm like, I like everyone. Hi, but I got 2 minutes in between interviews, and I gotta go. Because I'm also a patient. I have Crohn's, so I mean, yeah. I need my minutes here and there.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to helping out and promote the Growing Summit and everything Keystone Labs is doing.
Damn right.
I mean,
The box.
I want to be in Kelowna, Derek in control room, and Hotel Z or whatever.
Yes, Hotel Z needs to get in
I know
touch
how to
with
work a rotary phone. That's how. I mean, that's my it's my jam.
Well, I love it. It's big things going on, keeping everybody straight with testing. We know that compliance is the biggest thing that everybody has to follow. I love the.
We have a key box coming to us, so we'll do an unboxing and review, and we'll figure it out. We'll send in some. I have some HempFest Cannabis Cup passion fruit. That was was the one that was tested over 30%, 34% or whatever. It was tested super high, and I think Keystone sent it to a secondary testing because they were like, "What the heck?" Yeah.
Oh, right.
So I wanted to retest it ourselves with the Keystone box. We'll see what it is.
Yeah, downright. The box is a big thing, man.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
I'm happy to see the box because I'm worried about the flower game with so much enthusiasm about the edibles and the concentrates and all that. It seems to be like the flower game is getting left behind, but with something like the box and everybody being able to, hey.
Well, in Ontario, we're all growing, like everyone I know is growing 4 plants or 2 plants. Yeah, you can test it. It's good to test it. You're spraying it and with stuff and you're putting things in it the whole time and then you leach it and whatever. I mean, and we're all new to this, brand new since last October. So we should be having to test it.
We should be promoting that box.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
Hey, I would be happy to
help promote
the box. We can talk about that later.
Yeah, definitely, because the box is power, and here everybody can grow 4 plants. So that is something that everybody should have.
Can the box go everywhere? Can you send the box to Quebec or Montreal, or no, they can't? Like, is there certain provinces that can't have the box?
No, any province can have the box. We can literally send the box anywhere. The testing does need to be done at Keystone. So, we can't send it, like if we were to send it to the United States, they wouldn't be able to send the vial back because there's cannabis.
Right. That's what I was wondering.
But anywhere in Canada, it will travel.
Cool.
That's good. Well, we can't wait to get it.
Really cool. Here. Thanks for coming on, Stephanie. And
yes. So plug the event.
Growing Summit.
Give us the date. Let everybody know and where they can find you.
March 31st, April 1st.
Wow.
Kelowna, BC.
March 31st and April 1st, Kelowna, BC, and it's www.growingsummit.com. We have amazing sponsors who are supporting us as well. Blue Sky Organics, there's Air Sniper, Fisher Scientific. There's lots. It's all on the website. And we've got information on accommodations. Our speakers are on the website as well, and they can contact us if they have any questions.
Great, cool,
Boom.
Excited. I
Right?
love cannabis and travel.
Steph, thank you so much for taking the time, giving us the little tour of the place. We got to see the lab.
Yeah, good morning, Jody.
Science is sexy, so we like labs. We like labs.
Jody's like, get out of here.
She's busy. She had things to do. We'll catch up with her another time for sure.
Well, thanks for joining us, Stephanie, and we'll see you again soon, I'm sure.
Right.
Thank you, Lester and Jackie. Thanks so much for helping to promote this. Have a great day.
Thanks.
You too. You
Sure,
too.
you too.
Man, wasn't that
Fun.
what? She is
It was
awesome.
really fun, and I like the little tours that a lot of our guests are doing now, and they walk us around. I'm so nosy. I'm like, can
They
you open
are
a drawer or something?
full of so much information, like keeping everybody straightforward with the compliance.
I can't wait
and,
till we get the box in here.
Oh man.
The Keystone Lab key
Oh man.
box.
People better watch what cannabis is passing through here, baby.
I want to test that. I want to see for ourselves that 30% or 34%
It is what it
passion
is.
fruit from wherever it's from. Somewhere it's Calgary.
Listen, I just think it's phenomenal the fact that people can get the power in their hand to find out exactly what they're smoking.
And they were for patients first, and they were in the pharmaceutical industry, and the box was developed for patients, which like Gerald CFAM talks about constantly. They need to know the terpenes, they need to know CBD,
Game
THC
changer.
levels, and what's all in it.
Yeah.
And so if this is really medicine that we're all promoting, I
Right.
need to medicate.
Right.
Well,
No shit. No shit.
right?
Yeah, real talk.
Let's make sure it's medicine. It's not just,
I love keeping it real. Guys,
you do.
you know where cannabis talk is always fresh and a little bit.
Sticky.
Keep it locked to Cannabis Wiki, the green room. And we're out.
See ya.
Peace.